What if I told you that the world around you is constantly trying to communicate with you, but you've been conditioned to tune it out? Every day, subtle signals cross your path. Moments occur with timing too exact to be coincidence. A song starts playing the instant someone enters your thoughts. A specific number keeps appearing wherever you go. A stranger crosses your path and unknowingly gives you the precise answer you were searching for. You've learned to dismiss these moments as random, yet deep down, you've always sensed there was something more. And you're right.
These experiences, synchronicities, are not accidents. They are signals, patterns woven into the fabric of reality itself, quietly steering you towards something greater. Ancient civilizations understood this. Mystics and philosophers explored it deeply. But modern society labels it luck, chance, or randomness because the system does not want you to recognize the truth. These moments reveal that reality is not what you were taught to believe. In this video, we're going to pull back the veil and uncover what synchronicities truly are, why they occur, and how you can use them to transform your life. From the moment you entered this world, you were trained to see reality through a narrow lens, logic, order, predictability. Everything needed a rational explanation, and anything outside that framework was written off as fantasy or coincidence. But what if this conditioning wasn't accidental? What if it was designed to keep you unaware of the deeper forces shaping your life?
Think back to childhood. Back then, you naturally sensed patterns, energy, and intuition. You noticed when events aligned perfectly. You felt when something was about to happen. You somehow knew when someone was thinking about you. But when you spoke about these experiences, you were told they meant nothing, just imagination. Slowly, you learned to ignore those instincts. You were taught to trust only what could be measured, proven, and categorized. The world was presented as purely physical, no mystery, no intelligence behind it, just unrelated events colliding by chance. Over time, you stopped paying attention. Education played a key role in this shutdown. Schools didn't teach you how to trust intuition, recognize meaningful patterns, or understand energy. They taught memorization, obedience, and rule following. Creativity and imagination were pushed aside in favor of rigid logic and data. If it couldn't be weighed or measured, it wasn't real. Questioning this worldview was discouraged. You were trained to trust external authority over your inner knowing.
Science became the gatekeeper of truth. Not the kind of science that explores the unknown, but a narrow, materialist version that insists everything is random and meaningless. Under this model, synchronicities are reduced to mental tricks. Seeing repeating numbers, confirmation bias. Meeting the right person at the perfect moment, pure luck. All deeper meaning is stripped away, leaving you disconnected from the forces that guide you. But here's what rarely gets mentioned. Some of the greatest minds in history, Carl Jung, Nikola Tesla, Albert Einstein, recognized that reality is far from random. They understood that patterns, hidden connections, and meaningful coincidences were clues pointing to a deeper order. Yet society mocks those who take such experiences seriously. Speak openly about synchronicities, and you risk being labeled irrational or delusional. Those who embrace them are dismissed, while those who conform to a materialist worldview are praised as intelligent and reasonable.
This is not accidental. It's conditioning. Because the moment you begin noticing synchronicities, you start realizing something powerful. You are connected to something far greater than yourself. Some truths go beyond what can be openly shared here. That's why Insights Academy exists, where we explore the deeper forces shaping reality. When you sign up, you'll receive a free ebook copy of The Kabbalion, one of the most powerful texts on universal laws. Check the link below before it's gone.
The real reason synchronicities are discouraged is simple. They expose cracks in the illusion. They show that reality is not a cold, indifferent machine, but a responsive, interconnected web that reacts to your thoughts, emotions, and energy. Once you begin noticing the patterns, you can't unsee them, and that's where true awakening begins.
At some point in your life, you've experienced something so precisely timed that it felt impossible to dismiss. You think of someone you haven't spoken to in years, and they call. You open a book at random and find the exact words you needed. Repeating number sequences, 111, 222, 333, appear everywhere, as if reality itself is leaving breadcrumbs. These are not accidents. They are communications. The deeper truth is this: synchronicities are not random coincidences. They are intentional signals from a deeper intelligence that has been guiding you all along. Reality is not a collection of disconnected events. It's a unified field of energy and awareness. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every intention you hold sends out a signal. Synchronicities are reality's response.
Carl Jung described these events as expressions of an underlying order, meaningful connections without obvious cause. Ancient traditions knew this long before modern psychology. Eastern philosophies call it karma. Mystics call it divine timing. Physicists describe it through non-locality, the idea that everything is connected beyond space and time. Yet mainstream science avoids these implications. Look at the universe itself. Nature operates through patterns, fractals, cycles, ratios. Planetary movements follow precise mathematics. Your DNA is built on repeating codes. Everything functions through structure and relationship. Why would human experience be any different? It isn't. Synchronicities are evidence of that hidden design, glitches in the illusion where the deeper order reveals itself.
So where do these signals come from? Some believe they originate from a higher version of yourself. Others see them as messages from the collective unconscious. Some believe they come from a universal intelligence, whether you call it God, Source, or the universe itself. Whatever the origin, one thing is clear: they are not meaningless. They are invitations to wake up, to pay attention, and to move from autopilot into conscious creation. Understanding how synchronicities work reveals something even more powerful. Your mind is not just observing reality, it is shaping it. Neuroscience shows that your brain filters information based on focus through the reticular activating system. When something becomes important to you, you suddenly see it everywhere. Synchronicities work the same way, but they go deeper.
Quantum physics suggests that observation itself alters reality. Consciousness interacts with the universe at a fundamental level. Add to this the law of vibration. Everything is energy, including thoughts and emotions. When your inner state changes, what you experience changes with it. Focus on fear and limitation, and reality reflects it back. Shift toward alignment and awareness, and reality responds accordingly. Your subconscious mind plays a major role here. While your conscious mind handles daily tasks, your subconscious is constantly connecting dots and detecting patterns. When you set an intention, it begins aligning circumstances toward it. This is why those who trust synchronicities experience them more often. Their inner world is aligned with the outer one.
Skeptics say it's all selective attention, but that doesn't explain why these moments carry such personal meaning, arrive at pivotal moments, and guide people toward life-altering decisions. Synchronicities are communication between your conscious mind, subconscious mind, and the deeper intelligence governing reality. So why do some people experience synchronicities constantly, while others rarely notice them? The answer is awareness, alignment, and belief. Most people are locked into rigid material thinking.
Even when signs appear, they dismiss them. Others remain receptive. They trust intuition, follow patterns, and act on guidance. The more you acknowledge synchronicities, the more they multiply. Your subconscious becomes tuned to them. Your vibration shifts. Practices like meditation, gratitude, and mindfulness raise awareness and clear mental noise. And trust is the final key, because synchronicities aren't just signs, they are doorways. The universe opens them, but you must walk through. Recognizing synchronicities is only the beginning. Acting on them is what changes everything. Set clear intentions. Ask for guidance. Stay open to how answers arrive. Align your energy through presence and trust. And most importantly, take action. When you do, reality begins reorganizing itself around you.
Now the choice is yours. You can return to old patterns, dismiss the signs, and wait for certainty that never comes. Or you can step into awareness and begin co-creating with reality itself. Synchronicities aren't rare. They're everywhere, waiting for you to notice. If this message resonated with you, comment, "I understood it."